Hello, my wonderful friends out there. Mike here, Mike's Computer Tips. How's everybody doing? I'm sweating like a pig right now. Down here in Florida, it's real hot, probably 90 something out. And I working outside on my yard, weed whacking. I'm charging up the battery from my weed whacker. And it's a nice day out. Today is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Having me a cup of water, bottle of water. Just watching my crime stuff on YouTube. I like to watch these crime stories, the real ones, not the fake ones. I like to see actual events. So what's happening in the computer world? Still, the top computer companies are MSI, Asus. Lenovo actually sold to another company, but Lenovo's are still very quality computers. HP, you can never really go wrong with HP. I like Dell. But you know, my friends, like I say, it doesn't matter what name it is. The components are really what matters. You can get any computer with any name. That's not what makes the computer good. What makes a computer good are the quality parts, quality motherboards. Like, what's a motherboard? A motherboard is this whole circuit board. MSI, Asus are the best motherboard companies out there. Keep that in mind when you're buying a laptop. Try to get an MSI or an ASUS motherboard. There are some other good ones, but if you want a fast gaming system or a fast editing laptop or desktop, those are the top choices. Also, the processor is important. You have two choices on that. You can either get AMD or you can get Intel. Processor on a laptop is right here, underneath there. That's the brain. That's what tells the laptop what to do. It tells everything, the memory, the hard drive, and everything, what's going on. You want to get a decent one. If you see anything that says Celeron, run the other way. Don't ever buy a Celeron. Don't ever buy something called Google laptop. Those are no good. Very, very limited. Don't buy anything that's slow. iPads are not very fast unless you get a real expensive iPad. You're talking $1,000 or up. MacBooks are fast, but you must have high-end MacBook, fast processor, and 16 gigs of memory or above. So when it comes to buying a laptop or a desktop, processor, motherboard are very important, and the amount of memory is also important. You want to get at least 16 gigs of memory. RAM memory, what's that? Here it is. This is a laptop memory right here. This green thing pops out. On a desktop, they're a little bit larger. You want to get at least 8 or 16 gigs of memory so it doesn't run like a turtle. That's important too. What other thing is important? Well, depends on what you're going to use your laptop or desktop for. Now, if you're going to use it for gaming or video editing high end, you want to get maybe a touch screen. It will cost you a little more money if you like touch screen. If you don't care about the screen, you can get a regular screen. The better laptops have video cards on them inside. Better video cards. So if you're going to do gaming or high-end editing, you want to get a laptop or a desktop with a good video card. At least 8 gigs. 8 gigs or above. 4 is not good enough anymore. 8 gig video graphic GPU card, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple names for it. GPU, graphic card, video card. I've always called it video card, but technically it's a GPU, and it has memory on the device. Now I will show you what one looks like for a desktop. If you have a gaming or high-end desktop, this is what the video card looks like. It's big, it's got motherboard on it. So you gotta have at least 8 gigs if you want to do anything decently. Now for surfing the internet, email, and just going to YouTube and Facebook, you don't really need a high-end computer for that. But I would still say do not buy a Chromebook, do not buy a computer that has a Celeron processor. Those are two things you want to stay away. Don't buy an Atom processor, that's Android, that's like having a big phone in a computer. Those are very low end and slow. So you're looking at AMD or Intel, i5 or above, Ryzen 5 or above, and AMD and Intel i5, i7, or i9. i9 is the highest, more expensive. i5 or i7 will do you great. You have i3, i5, and i7 with Intel. Just to be in the middle, i5 is a decent processor. Now, generation has a lot to do with it. Now, if you're buying a new one, you will probably get a 14th generation CPU. What does that mean? That's the latest processor. Now, if you're buying a used computer, you're going to get a used processor, and it's going to be an older generation. It might be a 7, 6, 5, all the way down to 2. So that matters too. If you have a question on, I'm buying a rebuild or I'm buying a used computer, can you tell me if this is worth it? Send me a text. I'll let you know. I'll ask you what the specs are. What's the processor? What's the motherboard? What is the RAM? What kind of hard drive? Now, we didn't talk about hard drives yet, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. So just let me know and I will tell you. Now, hard drives these days are different than they were years ago, because the new hard drives look more like this. They're plastic, and they don't have any moving parts in it. So they run a lot faster than the older metal ones of yesterday. Like these were the older ones that laptops had. Metal, very slow, but back then we thought we were flying. Now they have these small ones, and they're called SSD. All new computers come with either one of these or one of these. This is an M.2. So new computers, this is actually faster than this. So if you have this, it's going to run faster. If you have this, it's still going to run fast, but not as fast. Both of them are good, but this is faster. So look for an M.2 if you want a fast hard drive. If you're okay with regular SSD, tell them you want an SSD, 250 gigs or above. I don't recommend you getting 120 gig because that doesn't hold a lot, and I don't recommend you getting a terabyte or 4 terabytes unless you're going to store a lot of stuff. Now, if you're going to store a lot of stuff on your computer, the hard drive should be at least 500 gig or more. So what do we have here? We have processor. i5 is decent. AMD Ryzen 5 is decent. Memory, 16 gigs of memory. What else? Hard drive, 500 either gig or 1 terabyte. I wouldn't go any higher than 1 terabyte of space, storage space. You have the M.2, the small one, or you have the SSD. Both are good. So that's kind of computers in a nutshell. If you have any other questions, definitely let me know. I'll answer them. Buying a new computer is not difficult, but you got to know what you're looking at and what you're looking for. And it really comes down to the needs, like I said. Basic computer, basic surfing the net. You don't need the fastest, the greatest thing. But maybe later on, you want to do more things. So you want to get something that's upgradable. Some computers, the lower, cheaper models, usually don't have much upgrade capacity. So get something that you can upgrade to, or if you just want to use it for surfing, you go to school, or you want for a business, fine, you can upgrade to a better computer later. This is Mike from MSL Computer and Mike's Computer Tips on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will talk to you later. Have a great day and have a great week.